It's a line with an uncertain future, hanging on today despite failing to serve the purpose it was originally built for. It saw the last interlocking towers in southern Illinois and featured what was probably the last manned helper district in the entire state. It's a line owned by two cooperating and competing railroads and still sees considerable traffic, though levels have been in decline in recent years. It's the joint Union Pacific and BNSF line over Goreville Hill in deep southern Illinois. The story of the route over Goreville Hill begins with the Chicago and Eastern Illinois, which was looking to create a bridge route between Chicago and the Gulf Coast via a connection with the St. Louis Southwestern. The plan was to acquire the newly completed Chicago and Texas Railroad, which connected with the C&EI at Johnston City, Illinois, and the SSW via Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Unfortunately for the C&EI, the Illinois Central swooped in and bought the Chicago and Texas first, taking it over in 1897. This left the C&EI no choice but to build its own line south of Marion. At Joppa Junction, the line split, with one line heading west to connect with the SSW via Thebes and the other heading east to the Ohio River at Joppa. Nearly a decade later, the Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy was looking to create a bridge route of its own between the Southeast and the Upper Midwest via a connection with the Nashville, Chattanooga, and St. Louis at Paducah, Kentucky. The Q built an extension from its line in the coal fields at Heron Junction to the C&EI at Neilson. The route utilized trackage rights between Neilson and West Vienna, where the Q splits off with its own line to Metropolis. By the late 80s, the C&EI had first become part of the Missouri Pacific and then the Union Pacific. The Q, in the meantime, had become part of the Burlington Northern. Much of the C&EI had become redundant, with bridge traffic moving via St. Louis, and first the segment from Joppa Junction to Thebes and then south of Vienna Junction were abandoned. The UP continued to reach Joppa via the Burlington's trackage. The tower at Neilson Junction stood since the Q arrived in 1911. When videographer George Redmond made his visit, the tower was mere weeks away from being bulldozed. In the tower, the operator was busy working the radio with the dispatcher and lining up approaching traffic. The operator's job may have been about to be eliminated, but he was still up for inviting fans into the tower and even letting them have a go at working the levers. George Redmond returned to Neilson 9 months later. By then, the switch at the junction was hand-lined by train crews, and track warrants were handled over the radio by the UP dispatcher. Another train of coal from the Illinois Central passes the junction. Powder River coal was the bread and butter of traffic on the Burlington Northern, with sets of 6-axle power leading trains up the hill. SD-70 Max were becoming the standard power on coal trains by the summer of 1997. To allow a pair of them to handle trains over the long haul, a manned pusher was stationed at Neilson to give an assist up the hill to Goreville. After shoving trains into Goreville, the pusher would cut off and return light down the hill. North of Buncombe, the train crosses a bridge over a large quarry. Later in the afternoon, a loaded train crosses Old Marion Road.